Please read the disclaimer. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, moneymakers. Let's talk about XRP. So we're 2 days out from the US Senate potentially moving forward the new crypto bill, and the crypto bill has been revealed. We'll talk about the portion that is very, very important for XRP longevity. You'll understand in just a second. Plus, the SEC chairman is getting very excited about crypto. We'll listen to what he had to say on the TV and mainstream media. And we'll talk a little bit about the current geopolitical situation, what that could mean again for XRP, and an interesting update on BlackRock and XRP. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button. You've been doing beautiful. Just bellissima with the likes in the past few days. We have been hitting 1,000 likes on the videos. So I am this is what I want from you, right? What's the word? Expecting. This is what I am expecting from you. This needs to be the new norm. Don't let us drop below that. English is my second language, by the way. So if I mess up some words, I forget some things, or my grammar is, bad, let me know in the comment section. I know people love to correct my spelling, my grammar issues, like they are anyway, let's not get too much into that. Currently, XRP is currently sitting at $2.06, up 0.5% on the day. We got Bitcoin at 92,000, Ethereum at 3,100, Sol at 141. In general, the crypto market is up about 1% here today. You can see for the most part, we have green here. If we look at the crypto bubbles, you can see green. So today, so far, so good, right? Just in that sense. But if we look at XRP, after we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red days, red candles, will we potentially finally have a green candle after all that sell-off? That's what's going to be interesting. This pop out, this breakout, and then this sell-off is very weird, just from a technical standpoint. But if you look at the general market, you see that is what was happening with the general market. What I am looking now, and if you've watched last night's video, we talked about how XRP was kind of returning to the mean, meaning that it went a little bit too strong on the first few days of the year, and then coming back a little bit to average out to Bitcoin, to Ethereum, to Solana, and has the same, give or take, percentage gain as those. And they're doing a little bit better over the past few days. You can see that Ethereum is very close to a crossover. Solana is very, very close to a crossover there. And Bitcoin also getting closer and closer. It will be very interesting to see how the market reacts if we do have a crossover here, because it's been a while since we had that crossover from the top to the bottom. It was back even before, right after October 10th, right? So it will be very interesting to see how the market reacts to it. Remember, previous times, for example, when we had a big period of time between the sell signal and the buy signal, we had a very big run up there in the next few months. So this could be a very, very interesting critical point. Maybe it comes into January 15th, right? And so before we get to January 15th and what just came out of the Senate, I just want to remind you this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Also, remember that I will never contact you on social media asking you to sign up to anything or send me anything. Those are scammers. Please be very careful out there. There's a lot of imposters. It's not me. Please be very careful out there. So the big news coming out is that the US Senate unveils crypto market structure draft bill. You can see this from Cynthia. After months of hard work, we have bipartisan text ready for Thursday's markup. I urge my Democrat colleagues, don't retreat from our progress. The Digital Asset Market Clarity Act will provide the clarity needed to keep innovation in the US and protect consumers. Let's do this. Now, if you want to read the whole thing, you can, right? But what was most interesting to me, and Eleanor also mentioned this, is the fact that we get token classification as ancillary assets based on their inclusion in exchange traded products as of January 1st, 2026. It says that if a token is the main asset of an ETF listed on a national security exchange and registered under Section 6 of the Security Exchange Act as of January 1st, it will not be required to file disclosures that other tokens are required to file. In other words, under this bill, XRP, Solana, Litecoin, HBAR, Doge, and Link are treated the same as Bitcoin and Ethereum from day one. So right now, right, there is different categorization between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it seems the others. It seems that once this bill is passed, they will be looked at by the U.S. law as the same. Okay, and so that's going to be a big deal. Now, Ripple did just send a message to the SEC. Ripple presses SEC to lock in post XRP lawsuit status. In a powerful 9-page letter, Ripple is pushing a lifespan of the obligation framework. Security laws applies only during the primary sale when there's real privity and enforceable promises. Once that relationship ends, XRP trades freely as a commodity on mature exchanges. No more zombie promises haunting secondary buyers forever. This isn't just theory, it's Ripple turning their courtroom defense into federal policy. Right as Congress and the new SEC under Paul Atkins are rewriting the entire crypto rulebook in early 2026. If adopted, XRP and many similar tokens could finally trade without the SEC shadow permanently hanging over them. So even, we had, of course, institutional and retail buyers are different, right? If you remember the decision by Judge Torres back in the day, there was a differentiation between institutional buying from Ripple and retail buying of XRP, right? And so now with the Clarity Act, with this letter that Ripple is sending here to the SEC, we could get finally clarity, and everything could be clear up, everything could be understood, everything could be set in stone, and there wouldn't still be this fear, right? Even though it's a small fear right now in this current situation, that something will happen. The most important thing, and I think many people put this a little bit on the back burner, is the fact that, governments change. The same way we saw the government in the US become very pro-crypto, things could change. Different people can come into power and things flippity-flop very, very fast. And if things aren't written as rules and haven't passed Congress and haven't passed, House and haven't been signed into law, it's a lot harder to change them if they have passed all that. If they haven't, then it's policy, or it's, what this current administration is saying and how the enforcement agencies are acting upon that. And if it changes, it could change back. So it's very, very important that we get this kind of clarity set in stone. I'm sorry, I was a little bit distracted. I have my earpiece in, and my dad keeps sending me WhatsApp messages. You can't hear it because I turn off the sound from my computer, but I have to turn it on right now because we're going to watch together a clip here from Paul Atkins. So I'm just going to close that so you don't hear it because he's sending me all kinds of messages, asking me questions about stuff. So this is what Paul Atkins was on Fox News here, and talking about, this is from his personal Twitter account, right? Let's take a listen to what he has to say here on Fox News.
Well, the Congress and passed and the president signed a bill late last year that was called the Genius Act, and that was really seminal. It was the first statute that the United States government has adopted to recognize a crypto asset. So that was great, and it helped to bring clarity also to stable coins. And so now comes the next step, a good bipartisan effort by both houses of Congress to bring certainty to the market structure regarding cryptocurrencies. And this fits in with the president's focus on making America the crypto capital of the world. So if you have clear legislation and clear rules, then you have certainty in the marketplace. And so I think we're behind it. We are very bullish on the effects of a bill getting to the president to be signed this year, and I think that'll really be a huge help to the crypto marketplace and for investors in that.
Can you believe that the SEC chairman is speaking like this after the previous SEC chairman? But he who must not be named, right? So it's just two things he said. Clarity, right? Clarity, certainty. These are things that the market likes. When there's uncertainty, when you don't have clarity, when you don't know what's going on, when there's all kinds of possibilities, when there's fear of the market flipping or something happening, that's usually when investors are more going to sit on the sideline, right? I forgot the word of what I wanted, but more inclined, I think maybe, to sit on the sidelines when there's uncertainty. But when there's clarity, especially big money, right? The institutions, the big money, once they have guidelines, once they know, oh, if I do this, I'm not going to get in trouble, right? If we invest in this, we're not going to have an SEC probe, all kinds of things, right? And so that's very, very important for the crypto market going forward. Again, I know that the prices right now are a little bit lackluster. They're not what we wanted, what we anticipated, where we'd be in the beginning of 2026. But, I'm thinking about 2027, 2028, 2030, what could potentially happen here. And so I'm still very, very bullish on the potential of the crypto market as an investment going forward. Again, I don't know exactly what the prices are going to be, but personally, that is my opinion. Okay, very, very important. Now, if we go and we just take a look at what's happening geopolitically, right? Still the whole situation in Iran going on, and Trump is putting down the clamps a little bit. He says, this is from the White House, and Trump here, it says, effectively, immediately, any country doing business with the Islamic Republic of Iran will pay a tariff of 25% on any and all business being done with the United States of America. This order is final and conclusive. So they're putting the clamps on them. Not yet militarily, although from what I am understanding, it seems that the situation on the ground in Iran is not great, right? It's not a good situation, and that the people there are waiting for the US to come and help them, save them, whatever. So far, he's kind of putting that off, Trump, and he's using other ways to potentially squeeze them and have the Ayatollahs and Khomeini, potentially retire. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. We'll see what is going to happen there. And more interestingly, for XRP in the long term, President Trump will interview BlackRock CIO Rick Ryder for next Fed chair. Today, the same BlackRock guy asked the Fed to cut interest rates by 50 BPS to 3%. It's interesting because he just said that he had already decided on the new Fed, and now he's interviewing someone else from BlackRock. So could this be the person, or maybe a different person? Whoever it's going to be, if it's from BlackRock or for somewhere else, it's going to be a very interesting situation, because whoever he's going to choose is going to start reducing interest rates aggressively, according to what we're seeing. So he's not going to be choosing someone that isn't going to be doing that. And so again, long term, that would be very, very beneficial for the crypto market. Low interest rates is always good for assets that are considered a little bit more high risk. Okay, so that's going to be very, very important going forward in the medium to long term as well. As always, don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section, Aid for Infinity and beyond. If you want to support the channel, check out my website and see all of our affiliate links to support that way. You can just easy peasy smash that like button. Let's try to get 1,000 likes again on this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.